Remy, Neil, EJ, you three have something in common.
We've got a lot in common.
Stop hurting me.
Let's just talk about the G-rated stuff.
Oh, there's no G-rated. What are you talking about?
Have you seen Neil's films?
Are you asking me to put a filter on at this moment? Because I'm not sure that...
Well, actually, I want us to talk a little bit about Nobility.
We can do that.
Well, I gotta give this mic to him then, because he is the captain. Well, not the captain.
Guide us.
Hey everyone, can everyone see the front people? Hi people down below. Sorry, this is in the way. Sure, well, Nobility is a fun dramedy, as we call it. The basic concept is Firefly meets The Office. We've got the fun, yeah, I'm seeing some laughs out there. We've got the mockumentary style of The Office with kind of the humor and tone of Firefly or Doctor Who. And I could sit here and I could keep going. I could talk about, the cast, I could talk about the crew, I could talk about how, all the great folks that are involved and the story and the universe and whatnot. But I think the best way to kind of do that, to start with this, is just kind of give you a sample of what we have. And if we can go ahead and get our DVD up and running. Basically, what we've been doing is, we finished production in July and are currently in post. But prior to that, we shot a ton of what we call these confessional scenes, where you're just, the characters are just talking to the camera and getting in some maybe not so, getting some compromised circumstances, let's just say. And so I think we can go ahead and get that up and running. That'll give you a good peek, as well as a look at some of our amazing cast, which includes, there's only two of them seen here, but it includes Walter Koenig from the original series of Star Trek. We've got Doug Jones, who you'll see up in this. It's really funny when you can't remember them. Tori Higginson from Stargate Atlantis, Chris Judge from Stargate SG-1, James Tyson from Heroes, Adrian Wilkinson from Xena, and Neil was our director. Is our director on this project, so he's like, yeah, and this one, and this one, and this one.
Alan from the Lex.
Yes, Alan Dugan from Lex, and oh yeah, Cass Anbar from Lost, and Assassin's Creed, and Source Code, and a million other things. Like I said, when you can't remember all the names of your celebrity cast, you're in a good position.
Are we going to see most of them and what you brought?
No, we're just going to see a couple of them.
Alright.
Sorry guys.
Then we're ready. We needed some engineering help.
Oh yeah, Miracle. There we go. See the lights? Thank you guys. I didn't realize this when we cast Walter as the engineer, and it wasn't until we were shooting, and I realized, so we have Chekhov as our engineer. Anybody see the new Star Trek Into Darkness movie?
Yeah.
What does Chekhov do? Become the engineer. So yeah, so that gives you kind of a sense of the humor. We're actually going to have a new 2-minute trailer going to be debuting at our panel at Kamikaze, so if any of you are going to be there, feel free to join us. And yeah. And the Eugens are one of our subsects of humanity that branched off and started to evolve past humanity. So we'll give you a little insight into what the story is going to entail and the kind of themes we're going to be dealing with.
Excellent. You named some inspirations before, and your sci-fi inspirations. Obviously, this is really, really funny. What are your comedy inspirations? Let's go a little off topic. Where are you coming from? Besides The Office, you mentioned Doctor Who.
I've never been a big fan of that kind of over-the-top slapstick. It's always been more of those subtle, like with the lights going off and him just having to deal with these everyday situations and letting the situation be funny. So that's kind of always been the kind of tone I've always wanted to go for and stick with Nobility. As far as specific shows and whatnot, Firefly, obviously, Galaxy Quest was another big one. Dr. Horrible's Sing-Along Dog.
Yes!
There we go. I mean, I have to say, I love Joss Whedon's humor. Just that kind of really quick, comment or something, and wait, did that just happen? Like in Avengers, when Captain America says, "Oh, well, nothing's going to surprise me anymore," and Nick Fury says, "Well, I'll bet you $10." And then when the helicarrier lifts off, you just see him go, Captain America go on the bridge, and he just slips some money to Nick Fury and walks off. That was it. That was a joke, just that kind of quick, fun little beats. So, yeah, there we go.
Cool. Todd, you've had some funny people on the show.
Yeah, we've had Ray Wise who talked about, I don't know if you remember the T.J. Hooker show with William Shatner, and I guess he played Heather Locklear's boyfriend, so I explored that and asked him what happened there, and he didn't want to go into it, but apparently more happened offset than onset with Ray and Heather.
Starting dishes reverse.
See it right now.
Heather, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed.
Yes?
Yeah, we actually
very
have a
much.
clip from Superhero Junkies where we talk to Ray.
I'll buy that for $1.
Does someone besides my best friend in the front row want to win a t-shirt and tell me the name of Ray's character on Twin Peaks?
Oh, that's an easy one. Into the now.
Smartphones, no smartphones.
I see you Googling. All right, I'll let you think about that. But we have some footage of best of reel from Superhero Junkies.
Superhero Junkies!
At least for a cameo role. I mean, put me in the back. I'll hit a button, something. Just get me on there. I'll do anything.
No cameo role, only a starring role.
Okay, all right. I'll take that. That's better.
Superhero Junkies is the only show that can tell you what happened to Superman's red underwear. Apparently, here it is. He wears a light little tiny brief and ooh, it's wet. Superman! Will you run for Congress? Will you become the next president? Wouldn't he make a great president? Yeah! President Wise! What else?
Well, this gives me inspiration here. Yeah, and motivation. My goodness, yeah. Oh, well, I was the vice president on 24 for the 5th season.
Oh yeah, that's right. 24.
And I fully expected to become president on that show, but they fooled me. Yeah, I became president off camera, and then quickly somebody else became president right after me. So, yeah. But yeah, that's an idea. Who knows? I may go into politics.
I think he should. I vote for him. Vote for Wise. Ray, thank you so much for being on Superhero Junkies.
Thank you. And welcome to Superhero Junkies. Today I'm sorry to bring you some tragic news. The host of the show, actually he went to a zoo today, the LA Zoo.
What? We didn't know.
Listen, he was literally mauled to death. At that point, nothing will save you. A gorilla it'll just take you out. It was probably really the most painful death you could ever imagine. They threw poo at him before it happened. I heard. It's the saddest thing. So I'm Cody Smith-McPhee. Everyone, welcome, hello, and I'll be hosting the show today. If we could actually just have a moment of silence for the host of the show.
Wait, Cody Smith-McPhee!
Oh, seafood.
I was not killed. I believe Cody Smith-McPhee is trying to promote his new film, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Isn't that right, Cody
Oh, of course,
Smith-McPhee?
yes, that's correct.
Yeah! And you guys were happy I was dead? No! Oh my God! Maybe. I'm kidding! No!
Just come back, come on. With apes taking over the world, it's
All right, it's the life of Cody Smith-McPhee! All right!
And I love shows that explore the theoretical probabilities and possibilities of what's out there.
Well, I'm here at WonderCon and I'm hanging out with the awesome Lion Forge.
What are you working on right now? What's the main thing that you're developing?
I got a movie coming out called Scorpion King.
Todd, today I'm here from Superhero Junkies, and we're going through the Walking Dead escape. I'm here with Adonai, part of the Superhero Junkie crew. Can you hear the crowd? They're going crazy.
First, my piano, jump sound.
Todd, that Batman thing looked cool, and last time we were here, we told you guys you'd be able to see it, but...
Okay, so here's what's going on with the Batman thing. I played Batman for DC, for Warner Brothers, and apparently when Ben Affleck was cast, because this was like 6 months ago, there was a problem with showing me, because I do fight choreography as well. So I choreographed this huge fight scene, and now Warner Brothers is scared to show it because they say he looks too much like Ben Affleck in the Batman fight scene in the new movie. So now there's this big controversy that DC and Warner Brothers are trying to hold it back because they don't want anyone to know that there's this other Batman fight scene that resembles the new movie, because he wears a gray outfit and there's some resemblance in some of the fights. So what we're doing right now is DC is trying to figure out a way to show this with constantly having a picture of me inside the fight scene without my mask on.
He basically has to hold a little sign in the
I have to
corner
hold
that
a
says
sign.
this is not a film.
Yeah, so if you want to see the fight, it's a great fight. I fight 5 guys, and there's brass knuckles, and there's pipes, and there's bats, and I jump off a van, a real van, like 12 feet high. So there's a lot of action. It's a great fight scene. And I've worked on Highlander and a bunch of other things, so if you've seen really good fight scenes like that, and you want to see something like this, contact DC or Warner Brothers and tell them you want to see this fight scene. So, yes, we should have everybody tweet them and say, you know, there's room for another Batman besides Ben Affleck. You guys cast this guy, you like what you saw. And actually, after they edited the whole thing, they came to me and they were stoked, and they said, look at this, and they're like, it's amazing. And then, like, within a week, they're just like, there's somebody, I could tell you the name, but there's somebody at Warner Brothers who won't let it out. And somebody who's related to this new Batman movie. So I can't tell you their name. I could tell you their name, but I can't. But somebody stopped it.
You can't even give us a first name?
No, he definitely can't.
Somebody
so
famous.
let's move on.
Yeah. It was Neil. It was you, Neil. You called Warner Brothers, and you.
Is it an actor? It has to be an actor, because we don't know any production.
So Alec, you're working on a well-known property. Tell me about any challenges for anyone here in the audience who might want to do, I don't want to say fan film because what you're doing is so far beyond that, but you know, any words of wisdom?
Well, the first thing I gotta say is what we're doing at Star Trek Axanar is so much easier than what these guys are doing, because we have a built-in audience. I mean, we've raised $750,000 so far, and that's because it's Star Trek. So you give Star Trek fans something that they like and they give you money. It's a lot harder when you're doing Nobility or you're doing Fifth Passenger, or I haven't seen anything from Neil's movie yet, but all these, it's because you're taking the creator's original vision and trying to convince everyone else in the universe how cool your vision is. And I know, so I have an enormous respect for what they're doing. Sometimes I feel guilty about the accolades we get, because it's like, oh, it's Star Trek. But as we all know, it's very easy to do bad Star Trek. And if you quote me on that a lot.
Sorry, Enterprise is my favorite series.
Oh,
so.
Enterprise is great.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I get a little defensive when I hear people, because I always
We're
wonder.
not talking about Enterprise. That's what you see, we have Zavala.
He was talking about the last 2 TNG movies.
You know, I'm a lifelong Star Trek fan, and this is a story I've wanted to tell for a long time. And I'll just say that Prelude to Axanar is just that. It's a 20-minute short film that was basically our proof of concept for what we wanted to do. And what we wanted to do is we said, we don't want to make a fan film. We want to make a professional Star Trek film, something that looks like it came from Paramount or CBS. And what that means is we basically have almost entirely professional crews behind and in front of the camera. That's really important. And I think, talk the meta here of what we're all doing here is we are all doing independent filmmaking. And I think that the point, if I read it in the program right, is this is the future, this is one of the futures of sci-fi, is that we all have the opportunity. I say we all, meaning that whether you're a donor or a fan or you actually create, we all have the opportunity to direct the future of science fiction. Because let's face it, the shit coming out of the studios these days fucking sucks. And we're all pissed off about it, except for Edge of Tomorrow, which was really good.
Yes!
Right? Really, really, and you should all buy the Blu-ray, because that movie was so good, it's so underrated. Or Pacific Rim last year, another great movie. So there are gems, I don't want to say. But what you're seeing here is, I can't wait to see Nobility. I think Nobility is going to be really cool. And so what we have to all do is support, whether it's monetarily or by you talking about it or sharing about it. You have to support these projects because that's the way we all, as filmmakers, are then able to take this and take it to a Netflix or take it to a machinima or take whatever the venue is. And
Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I know the next panel's trying to get in here. Let's go down the line really quick. Tell us how we can support your project. Do you have a Kickstarter? Can we follow you on social? Are you already on iTunes? Start with Scott.
Okay, yeah, again, you can find us at fifthpassenger.com, and we're also Facebook. We have a fan page, Fifth Passenger, and we're having all the updates are going to be there, and you'll be able to find the information about our Kickstarter and how you can be a part of the team and help make the film happen.
Cool. And
Or
Neil.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you can just Google me. EM, watch this, 2 eyes. EM, 2 eyes, really
You're
easy.
like Madonna.
Oh, yeah, thank you. But yeah, all of these people, well, most of these people, I haven't worked with you yet, but I know you're fantastic because you're here. All these people are fantastic, support them, they're amazing, that's all I can say, agreed.
All right, EJ?
First off, I didn't get a chance to speak to say she's great in Starship, and we're definitely hoping to pull her on board Nobility sometime soon. But you can find out about Nobility at nobilitytheseries.com. You can also check us out on Facebook with a lot of new content that's about to come out straight to our Facebook and Twitter. The Facebook is facebook.com/nobilitytheseries. And the Twitter is @NobilitySeries. And just really quick, I have to say, I really do agree with what Alec was saying about independent filmmaking and how really the future of sci-fi is fans taking ownership of the genre and supporting or doing what we all up here are doing and going out, because all of us up here started out as sci-fi fans, going out there and creating the content that we want to see. And I think if you go and check out anything on Nobility, you'll see that it really is about giving the fans what they want, and not just what they want, but what they deserve. So yeah, go ahead and let it go down the line then.
Todd, where can we find Superhero Junkies?
You can go to superherojunkies.com. Also later this year, we'll be holding our own convention called Cosplay Expo LA at the LA Convention Center about 8 months, maybe May or something before Comic-Con. So we want everyone to come down and support that as well. You could actually see Emmy and EJ and together in Starship Rising. So they actually had some funny scenes together in that. And I was just talking to Neil before the panel, and I was telling him it's incredible how you can take an independent film and visually it can look just as good as a $100 million film. You know, if you have the right people working on the film. So check out Starship Rising. That's also on iTunes. You can download that now. And check it out at superherojunkies.com.
Yes, thank you. I have to say nothing on that, but when you see Starship 2, you'll see this man here steals the movie in Starship 2, EJ. He's a very good actor. We have a couple of the other actors here too. Josh, who plays Rorschach, and we've got Morgan up the back, just waiting. She's also in Fifth Passenger. She's in Starship 1. Emmy steals the film Starship 1, by the way, too. She's incredible in 1. But wait till you see what happens to her in 2.
When can we see Starship 2?
I don't know. It's already shot, and we're in post. You know, it's 6 months. But basically, you can also buy it at Walmart right now as well on DVD. But if you wait until Starship 2 comes out, film 1 and 2 will be together on a Blu-ray DVD. So that's cool. Blu-ray is the way to go.
You can find us at StarTrekAxanar.com, AXANAR. We're also Star Trek Axanar on Facebook, and ironically, Star Trek Axanar on Twitter. Pretty much just Star Trek Axanar, we're all over the place. So our Kickstarter is over, but we will be doing another one because the movie is a full-length 90-minute feature that we're planning is probably going to cost us $650,000, $750,000. So although we raised $650,000 this last time, once you take out fees and everything, it whittles it down. So anyway, in the meantime, you can donate through PayPal, and that's all that information is online. So thank you.
Thank you so much for coming to our panel today. We want to give all a hand. Here's a few extra Superhero Junkies t-shirts to give out, so stop by, drop by, say hi to me after the panel, show me you've liked any of these creators' films and projects on Facebook or Twitter, and I'll be happy to give you one. Woo! Thanks so much, guys.